And we're live, guys. Welcome to the show. We're having some sound issue with echo and so on, so I have you guys muted. But basically, I'm here with Jaime Diaz Alvarez, Hector Diaz, and Stefano Darko. What's up, guys? How are you? You can unmute yourself. Don't worry. We're all gonna talk on each other anyway. So, guys, you are some of the top qualifiers from last week event, last week rendering challenge. Did you enjoy the whole experience? Let me ask you, what was the first thing that you thought when you saw the competition? What were your first thoughts? And I'll be very interested to hear, especially from Stefano, because I think, Stefano, this is your first competition, right?
Why are you always doing these sci-fi team competitions? And so I thought, okay, so let's try doing something a little bit different, a little bit, more boring, let's say. And so I ended up with this topic.
Oh, wait a second, Stefano. I just read that people cannot hear your audio. Hold on.
Really?
Let me look. What? Can you hear the audio? Desktop audio. No, it should be fine here. Guys, can you hear the... What the hell? Hold on, just give me a second. Let me see. It's okay now. Okay. Did you do something, Stefano? Was it only like...
No, I didn't touch anything. Really.
Okay. I apologize, guys. I don't know what happened, but this is the magic of going live. Okay, but now they can hear you. And so, I apologize, guys. Stefano, sorry. You've been speaking for a couple of minutes, but I don't think that people were hearing you.
Okay, no problem.
Anyway, the question to Stefano was, what was it like for you to approach, this project, since he's the first time that he's doing this? I think that Hector and Jaime, these are not the first competitions that you guys have entered, right?
No, I think I did every one of them. Just this one got to the top.
Okay, Stefano, would you mind talking again about your experience in approaching this project?
Oh, no problem. So yeah, what I said was just that I already saw all the other videos about the other competitions and take part in this one. And so the first thing I thought was, okay, well, I will try to do a kind of city on a rocket or on a spaceship. It's of course it's the first thing you think about. But then I remember the video you did, I think a couple of days before, when a guy told you about doing always sci-fi topic competitions. And then I thought, okay, let's try to do something a little bit simpler, a little bit boring, a little bit different from what judges also expect. And so I ended up with this one, and it was really quick, really fast. I started doing this at 1:30 a.m. Because I was in my bed. I was able to fall asleep, and so I just woke up, computer, and started messing around with what I had in my mind. At the beginning, I thought about something related to nature, so maybe a beehive, with all those hexagons. Also because I thought, okay, you can compare that one to a kind of city for insects, for bees, of course, but it's always a city. But then how can you make other people understand that travel? I mean, how can you make a beehive travel? So I was kind of, and then I thought, okay, so we already got to another point, which is changing the scale and the point of view. So I just said, okay, what can be small enough to take somewhere else, maybe in your pocket? And then I thought about toys. And I ended up with this solution, with this image. And I thought about how can you make a toy city moving, actually? Because if you make a render of a model of city toys on a shelf, they are just staying there. I mean, they are not moving, they are not traveling. So how can you make other people understand that your idea of traveling city is? So I thought, okay, probably I can make the entire family, the entire house moving. And so I made the decision of describing this story, an entire family, or at least a kid, a boy that is moving, maybe because they are just changing flat or because he just graduated, and yeah, I mean, that's how everything started.
We're gonna go back to your work, because I want to give also a little bit of space, to the other guys to understand how they approach their own project. And there are some questions that I want to ask you later about your artwork, because I think it took a little bit of courage not to go with the ordinary, because I'm pretty sure that when you saw this, you thought, okay, a lot of people are going to do something in that direction. Probably I should do the same. Instead, you did something completely radical, which I think it's very courageous. But as a designer, you need to be courageous, right?
Oh, yeah. I think I said before that I wanted to start from a rocket. But then I said, okay, let's try just do something that also the judges are not expecting. So, yeah.
Let me ask now the same question to Hector. Hector, how did you approach this project when you first saw the topic? What was going on through your mind?
The same as Stefano. At the beginning, I was like, wow, what a great opportunity to do sci-fi, to learn and stuff. And at the end, I end up with this typical ArcGIS image, So actually, I tried a couple of ideas, sci-fi ideas, and I failed, I have to say. But yeah, I'm happy with the final image, so it's great.
Hold on, there we go. I wanted to...
I'm a bit lucky,
No, it's okay. It's okay. I think that it's only this lag.
Do you see me fine?
Yeah, it's fine. YouTube in the past 2 days has been a little bit weird.
Great.
Now, the thing that I like about your job is that the work that you've done is that you are an architecture visualizer, right?
Yes.
And so you said, okay, I'm going to stick to my guns and I'm going to try to do something as architectural visualization as possible And I think that you were very...
At the beginning, I was going to do something completely different, But then I ended up with this.
But I think this was a smart decision.
Yeah. Well...
No,
okay.
I need for people to understand that, like very often a lot of artists, they try to force themselves to be as creative as possible, when actually sometimes if you have a good idea, even if this idea might be relatively basic, it's still a good idea and you should go for it, right?
Yeah.
Jaime, how about you?
Well, at first time, my first thought was like, fuck you, Fabio. It's like I need a month for doing this whole project, like, and I really wanted to go to something massive and giant, and so I started playing around with some models I had for the scan rocks and so on. And when I got more or less the basic form of the island, then it was really easy to finish it with some details and so on. But really fun, really liked it.
Hector, would you mind trying to mute your microphone? Because I think that I get an echo from your phone. I don't know why.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks a lot. Jaime, okay, then let's start, since I got you speaking now, let's start with you. Do you mind breaking down a little bit your workflow? How you approached this project? What were the tools involved? What was, that you had to do, like in 3D? What did you have to do in post-production? What were some of the assets that you used and that you think might be worth for the artist to check out?
Okay. My first approach was I wanted to make the like I already said, this massive island floating in the air. So I needed like large scale rocks, not like the ones on maybe Megascans and so on. So I had to look for larger cliff walls, and I got them from Sketchfab for free. So perfect. And I started just like bending them around, deforming to make like this form of like the base of the big island and also the cliff behind. But then I had a problem because all these photogrammetry cliffs are like cut out like very not a straight line, nothing solid to. So I had to blend it with the ground of the island, with the grass stones and so on. So I made like I call it a super material. It's like a composite of maybe 9 or 10 different cliff textures with some noise masking them, and also with triplanar text, so I didn't have to unwrap anything. All this is no unwrapping at all, so I was happy with that. And then all the houses I got them from Sketchfab also. The temples I got them from 3D warehouse, the SketchUp, and also I made this all the distribution with Forest Pack also. I really need it for the trees also, and I did all the wall and the towers were made with Railclone because it was really fast to scatter everything around and making something big, detailed, and in a fast way,
How long did it take you to do the whole thing?
Well, I think more or less like 20 hours or so. I spent like the nights after working, and not as long as I thought. It went pretty fast, but yeah, more or less.
I tell you why you thought that it would take you longer. Because being a professional, you always think about your client, and then your client always adds like a deficit of 2000%, and so you were like, oh, it's gonna take me 200 hours.
I'm pretty sure it's that. And also, I must mention, I installed the Rich Dirt, the trial version, and it's awesome because I didn't have to texture anything. It just made all the dirt in the walls and so on, and it's really awesome. I really liked it.
Which software did you say that you installed the trial?
Rich Dirt. You know, the one that makes from the geometry, it makes like all these dirt coming down like from the rain and so on.
Okay,
You know?
is it a plugin for what? 3ds Max or?
For Max, yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me talk to Stefano now, because I really want to ask him about... Let me see if I can pull up his picture. There you go. Stefano.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about bold decisions and courage and all that good stuff. Like, when you started to think about this project, did you think, oh my god, maybe people are going to look at this and they're going to think it's too basic, it's too not advanced textures, not advanced models, it's just a bunch of toys and then a small reference to Toy Story with Andy's room written in there?
I tell you, I checked when there would have been the live critic of the judges, the selection of the images. And I saw, okay, it's on Monday, 5 p.m. Yeah, it's fine. And then I totally forgot about it. Just to tell you how many chances I thought I had to pass even the first selection. So when I joined the live video, I was late. It was, maybe here was something like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. and it was just barely the end. And there were the 10 last images, and I saw my image, and I said, how is that possible? I mean, it's not, it cannot be. I mean, I made everything really in one night, and I delivered it just because I wanted to take part in this competition and not procrastinating, you know, not working that much on an image and then in the end not submitting anything. So I was totally shocked, really. I mean, I didn't expect that. But then when I watched again the video, and I heard all the thoughts that the judges had, that you and the judges had about the image, and I mean, I was really happy because everything was kind of clear. I mean, all judges said things that went through my mind while I was doing it, and I was really happy about that. I mean, the image is, I mean, really, I mean, honestly, it's really basic. There is nothing spectacular. There is nothing about it except for the story behind. I mean, the thought that I had behind, and that's it. I mean, you can see there are, I mean, the assets. Just talk about the assets are about Turbo Squid. About they are from 3D Sky. Everything free. So also the boxes, they are fine. I just retextured the one with Andy's room and the house. The house is an artwork by a kid that just randomly found on Google. So just type Google kid drawing city, and it's it. Just changing the texture in Photoshop, and that's it. The rest, it's the only thing I think that I modeled from scratch is the box and yeah, the floor, the wall, and all the decorations. But it's really basic stuff. So yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you decided to take part anyway, because I think that one of the biggest lessons that, you know, I can take from this is that you gotta try your hand at doing something all the time, even if the odds are against you, you know, because you never know what the outcome is. And so, you know, if it's a competition that it's free and it gives you the chance to do something and be creative, you have nothing to lose. And I'm saying this because every time I get comments from people saying, oh, the people that are participating are just too good, or like, my skills are not good enough, why am I doing this? You never know what could happen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go to Hector and ask the same question to him. So, what was your...
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, what was your workflow? What were the tools that you used? What were some of the assets that you used that you recommend other artists to look at?
Let's see. the difficult part in my image was to came with the idea, everything else was a little bit easy. Also, to find a kid was very challenging because I wanted a kid that works in the foreground as well as in the background. So that was a bit of a challenge. Assets, I used trees from Max Tree, textures from Polygon.com. Those are great, The workflow is pretty standard. 3ds Max and Photoshop for composing the image. And I don't know. What else do you want to know?
This is a question that I got from the comments that I've seen around. What about the kid? Is the kid 3D or is it composed in the image? I cannot hear Hector anymore. Hector? Hector, you're on mute now.
It's 2D.
Oh, it's 2D. Okay, we got the answer.
Photo.
Okay.
I found it in Adobe Stock. It took me...
I cannot hear you, man. Do you wanna try?
Yeah.
Do you wanna try reconnect?
Hi.
Do you wanna try and reconnect?
Hello.
Do you wanna try and reconnect, Hector?
No.
No. You're saying okay, but nothing is okay.
No.
No. Okay, let's try and wait for Hector to reconnect and see. Okay, so let me go back to my friend Jaime. Jaime, let me ask you. With the next challenge, have you seen the next challenge posted? This one about digital fashion?
Yeah, I saw it.
Are you thinking to take part in that challenge?
I've been playing around, but
Hi, I'm back.
I'm waiting for...
Can you hear me?
Hold on. Hector, yes, we can hear you.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I can hear you a little bit better. We'll continue together in a bit, okay, Hector? Okay, I think he's on mute.
Okay.
Yes, perfect. So, Jaime, basically what I wanted to ask you is that after you've seen the new challenge, what is at the moment going through your head about the challenge? If you're thinking to approach it and to do it, what are some of the things that you're trying? And I'm asking you this because maybe there are some other architectural visualization artists or some other, other types of artists that are trying to do this challenge, but maybe they're a little bit stuck and they don't know in which direction they want to move.
Okay, well, I have like two main directions. I'm not sure which one of them I will take. I'm waiting for your photo, I asked.
Oh yes, remember? I'm gonna try and give it to you today.
So I maybe try to make like an armor, a warrior armor. I don't know if I said it correctly. And also I'm playing around with Typeflow and making some crazy stuff, like nothing real, but playing around to make something aesthetic. I don't know, just having fun.
Okay, so it's just a question of like trial and error.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. I'm going to send you a picture the way you asked, and I'm going to be in your next artwork.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to test you.
That's an amazing deal. I'm gonna try and send you the picture as soon as possible, okay?
Okay, great.
Stefano, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's totally out of the comfort zone, you know, it's not the typical thing I will do.
But that's how we like it,
But yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. Just experimenting. But yeah, I mean, I have a couple of ideas on my mind, and I think I will submit something in the end, but it will be or terrific or terrible. No gray line, no gray zone. It will be, I don't know, a surprise even for me. So let's see what happens.
So, Hector, let me ask you. Basically, the question that I asked the other guys was when I released the new challenge, the one about digital fashion, what was going through your head when you saw the challenge, and how do you think you're going to approach this? Is on
I
mute.
was like, man, this is tough. You're making me watch tutorials, man, all day long. Can you hear me now?
Go for it. Go for it. Keep talking.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish what I have in mind, but I will give it a try, you know. This is fun to do, you know, to have these challenges every week. We need 2 challenges per week.
People cannot keep up with one. You want to give them 2. But I think the advantage of this challenge this week is that the scale is relatively small, and so it should be better.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's something that you don't have to spend like a whole time planning, and it can actually be a chance for people to really experiment and try things that they would not try otherwise.
Definitely.
Hector, you have a
The fact
hell
that
of a
it-
lag.
the fact that it's a smaller scale probably, I mean, it helps, but I think that to have a good result, you need also to add a lot of detail. So it's a kind of, you know, it's a bit tricky because, yeah, it's smaller scale, but you need to add something in that smaller scale. So in that tiny bit of image. So, yeah, it's a nice one.
You know, the thing is that lately we've been pondering with the ideas of like moving the challenges to the D2 and make them a little bit more official, but only once a month. Because the idea is that we want to give a little bit more time to people to do that, and so it's going to be a whole month of like working towards that challenge. The issue is that I know artists, and everybody is going to make the rendering the day before the challenge is over. And so we're going to get the emails that I get at 6 in the morning on Monday. Fabio, sorry. Can I still hand you the rendering? Oh, okay. But hey, who am I to criticize artists, right? These are the most beautiful minds on the planet. And so if that's how they want it, that's how we're going to give it to them, right?
And then we are also used to last second comment, you know, please, can you add more people? And this kind of stuff. So, yeah.
All right, guys, I want to ask you now, for those who are thinking to enter this challenge, what is one suggestion, one tip that you can give them to, you know, keep them motivated and keep them hopeful so that they can pull through and hopefully finish their entry for the challenge? We can start with Stefano if you like.
I mean, I will keep the same attitude that I had for the previous challenge and saying thinking outside the box. It's just thinking something about something weird, which is also something about the competition. I mean, the task about competition. I mean, something which you just see it and say, wow. So I don't know if going with parametric or going with something totally different, but yeah, something that makes you stay on that image for more than 3 seconds, you know, that you see it and then you need to zoom in to see what actually you are seeing.
Hector, maybe you want to go next?
Yeah, I would say go for it. Have fun, enjoy, don't be afraid. I mean, this is just for fun, you know? You have nothing to lose.
Absolutely. There is nothing to lose, and you should not be afraid. It's not like I'm going to bite you if you do something wrong, you know? It's like. Jaime, what about you?
Well, I think it's really a good chance for the people to experiment and to learn new tools like Tyflow and go crazy with 3D modeling and typical things you don't do because you don't have to do it in your work. So now you have a deadline and you have to force yourself and get something awesome in 1 week. And I think it was great for me. I've never done challenges, well, 1 or 2 maybe in my life, but when you started this, I presented every one of them. And I learned really a lot of stuff, trying just, okay, this time I will try to make with Tyflow and with FFX. And so just experiment and have fun is the thing.
Guys, listen, I want to thank you for the time that you have given me. I understand that this is the weekend, and so you probably don't want to sit with me too long talking about your old work. Probably you want to go and concentrate on your own work, or maybe you just want to go out and have a beer. I don't know. I understand it though. So I want to thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I want to thank everybody from home for watching. In case, guys, you have questions, feel free to get in touch. I don't see any questions in the comments. I have left already the link to your Behance or Instagram, everything that I can find online. So I guess that people can reach out to you directly if they want, right? That's a question to you guys.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, good. Good enough. All right, guys.
I also want to thank you.
Oh,
Fabio.
sorry,
Thank
Jaime.
you and all the judges and all the sponsors for these great challenges. Thanks.
My pleasure, and they're very happy to help a good cause for the community. But anyway, guys, don't go anywhere. I'm going to stop the stream so that I can say thank you again one more time. Thanks everybody for watching from home. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to do the live announcement on Monday for the new challenge, Digital Fashion. It's going to be a lot of fun, and probably tomorrow I'm going to announce the judges. I got big names. I'm really looking forward to this. And so thanks a lot everybody for watching, and I'll see you in a couple of days.